Oops. Good afternoon, everybody. I will be with you shortly. I'm just unloading my paint, opening all my paints up so that we can get going with the paint. Apologies, everybody. Okay. Okay, so now I've got all of my paints opened. We're going to get mixing. So we've got violet. This is going to be a Dutch pour with this one. Sky blue. Pale yellow. Rose. Green. Should I call these up? I should have done. Green. And then finally, we've got a different one that we're going to add a little bit to of the gold. Okay. So, in order to do a Dutch pour, my paints have to be extremely thin. So, I'm going to get some water now and we're going to get mixing these up to the consistency that I need for a Dutch pour. Remember, when you're doing this, you can always add more water too, but you can't take water from. So you just add a little bit each time. So we'll start with this one first. It's in there. We'll start with this purple first. I want this runny, but not too runny. Enough for it to do a Dutch pour. In the past, I've always had my paints, they have been quite thick. So they haven't been the consistency I need for a Dutch pour. And I like to get my consistencies pretty easy flowing. And I'm using water with these rather than any other thinner that you can use with these. Just a drop more water in that one. So then hopefully we get them all the same amounts in. So this is the consistency I'm looking for, which is like water, it just runs off the stick. Okay, so it just runs off. That's the consistency that I am looking for with my paints. So the next one is the sky blue. Always best just to add a little bit of water, a bit at a time, to get the consistency that you're looking for. And always make sure that you scrape around the bottom of your cup as well, so that it gets every bit of that paint that's in the bottom, that gets mixed in as well. Like I say, you're looking for a really good consistency. Oh, this needs mixing a little bit more. That needs just a touch more water. Not much, just a little bit more to get it to the consistency of the mauve. So again, the consistency is right with that one. And now we go on to the yellow. This is like a sunshine yellow, is this? Beautiful colours. They really are lovely colours. But we need to get them on the board so we can see how nice they are. Add a tiny little bit more in that one. Again, the same consistency we're looking for. And this is the rose. Like I say, I'm trying to keep this as bright and breezy as I possibly can with this Dutch pour. And we are keeping to the white background with this. So I'm not putting any paint on the canvas at all. I'm just going to use the canvas as is. You know, some people like to prepare the canvas first, but on some of these I like to work with the canvas that's in front of me with the white already prepared on it, so I don't have to add any more to it. Again, the consistency of that is right, so just need to get a little bit more water on my other plates. I'm going to be mixing the green and then the gold next. So, let's get this green done. These are all these are by Chin Bowen with the acrylic paints. That's the brand that I'm using today. Now, it'll be my first time using these paints, so I don't know how they're going to react with the Dutch pour. Tiny bit more water in there. Like I said, always scrape around the sides and the bottom of your cup to make sure that you've got all the paint mixed in. Again, it's the same consistency now. And now we're just going to do a little bit with the gold because the gold is already, this is just ready to pour straight from the bottle, but I want it the same consistency as the other paint so that it rolls with the other paint. I'm not using a lot of gold in this one either, just a little bit. You can need a little tiny drop more water in there, and then we are good to start painting. That's it. Okay, so let's move those bottles to the back and let's paint. So I'm going to lay my violet down first, and I'm going to go from this bottom edge. Whoa. Looks a little bit thick, and you can tell when you're pouring it as well if it's quite thick. For a Dutch pour, you can actually tell when you're pouring it from the cup. So here we go. Okay. And next I'm going to go in with the blue. I am going to add a tad more water to that one. Just look a bit thick for what I need. If it is, when we're doing the Dutch pour, we can always scrape the canvas off and go again. Again with the blue. I'm going to go in with the yellow at this side. Okay. Grab some more water. Ooh, very close out there today. So next, I'm going to go in with this beautiful rose. I think I'm going to go this side of the blue with the rose. Each time we do this, we learn. We learn by our mistakes. What we do, we actually learn by our mistakes. Okay. And I'm going to go in with the green now. There we go. And then finally with the gold, and I'm going to go the other side of the yellow with this gold. I'm going to go in here with the gold. Okay. So now let's paint. Where's my gloves? My gloves on. Okay, so I'm just going to move all of these out of the way, ready for the next canvas that we do. We get all of those out of the way so they're not interacting with anything. And where's the yours? Okay, so let's go. So here we go. Move my ball out the way. So I'm not doing it a minute because this has become. Why is that doing? Just get that where it should be. Okay. No. There's the top corner one. And this corner one. Oh my stars. No, I'm going to break into these. Oops, I haven't used these yet, so I think I need to use these on this board. Because these ones are certainly not helping me in any way. Okay, so obviously I need more paint now on this side here to cover this blank here. So I'm going to go into this corner here with this one, and I'm going to use some of the gold again as well, because the gold seems to have disappeared on this painting altogether, as does the yellow. So let's go again now. Okay. Use the spot for here. I don't want any negative space. Okay. Get rid of the negative space for a long time. There's one little bit of negative tape there. Oh, excuse me for a minute. Dry myself off. Don't want it dripping all over my canvas. Okay, so that is the first one done with the Dutch pour. And oh, I actually see something there that I am not too happy with. Oh, I'm going to go and get my tweezers and see if I can get it out. So here we go. There's a little speck of something that is on my canvas here that I'm not too happy about. And I'm just going to see if we can. There we go. Let's do it. So that's the first one that we've done today. Okay, so I'm just going to move over now to my second canvas of this afternoon. Okay, and what we're going to do here with this is we have this here in the centre. I'm actually going to put it right in the centre there. And I am just going to pour each of these through. Slowly. As each one comes through, I am then going to pour the next one when the funnel empties. I don't want to be doing this too fast, or it doesn't turn out the way you want it to. Got to remember in which order I do these. So we've done the rose, the yellow, then we are going to do this beautiful purple. And we're going to go with the green. Oops, trick there. Wipe that off. We'll get covered with the paint in a short while. And I'm going in again with the sky blue. And see drips off the canvas. And we start again, all over again for the different ones. Hey, just got to wipe myself off again. It's so humid. It looks like we're going to have another thunderstorm. I hope so. We need something to clear the air. Okay, so we're going in again here with the rose. Like I said, I'm not rushing with this one. I'm taking my time. Again with the yellow. It's a little bit more with the yellow that time because it's not quite showing up how I want it to show up. You can already see there's a beautiful flower formation coming from this. I'm hoping to have two lovely paintings ready. Not long until we have the Blackberry Fair. Or hopefully I'll have some of my paintings done that day that I can take along with my crystals down on the stall. Absolutely beautiful is this. I must admit, I do like the colours. I really do like how this is going to, hopefully it's going to turn out how I expect it to turn out. But it doesn't always happen that way for me, unfortunately. As you saw, my Dutch pour normally doesn't end up as good as this. And this is really, really, but I do see some air bubbles that need popping on it. Hopefully that's popped the air bubbles. Okay, so I'm going in now with the green. Oh, Angel's barking at somebody. Angel! 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 Excuse me, folks. I just need to shout for you. Angel, come on. What you got that? What? Pardon? Well, that's the one what she does say. Pardon? Well, I'm sorry, but we've got cats and that's what cats do, love it. Some lady out there going on about my cats going after the birds. That's what cats do, unfortunately, and you can't prevent them from doing that. So, right, so my next colour again is the blue. Angel! Come on, darling. It seems to be centre a little bit. Move that. Angel, come on, good girl. Okay, so that was the last bit of gold. I might just put some more in actually. So then we've got back to the rose. Angel! Okay, so I'm now just going to run my little stick through this. I do get that flower formation that I am looking for. What's to do, Cleo? You okay, darling? I presume she's being told off as well. A little drip there. And for some strange reason that has gone off centre, so we're just going to move that back to centre. Purple again. I feel I may have to mix some more paint because I might not have enough here to do the full canvas. However, what I can do I've just realised this. I have 3 or 4 of these, so we can do some more here. A couple on the corners, I think, like so and like so. Okay, so let's go with these two, what we were doing with the first one. On the rows. Do feel that I'm going to have to mix some more of this paint up shortly, but we'll see how it goes. What's to do, baby? Oh, it's nearly tea time, is it? Okay, well, we'll come and sort you in a minute then. Just give me a few minutes, baby, and I'll come and sort you. My girls are wanting their dinner. Oh, see now this one in the middle has gone all splodgy. Remember the colour sequences that I'm doing. I'm just repeating what I've done on the first one. Oops. And let's go back to this middle one again. Okay, so back to these two again now. Oops, a little bit over the side there. I used the yellow on that one. I think I did. All right, my lovely. Yes, I'll come and sort you now. Just give me a minute. Got a splodge there of green on the canvas. I haven't noticed that before. Just let me get that off. Okay, we'll get covered in a little while. Where is my gold? I seem to be missing my gold. Oh, in front of me. Okay. Oh, here goes the gold in all three now. Okay. And you know what? I think I am going to use this extra little divot as well, because I did size 4. So we might as well go ahead and use that, I think, on this corner here. So let's do what we have been doing with these. If needs be, I will obviously get more paint out as and when I need it. Sorry, this is taking an extremely long time because I'm just taking my time with it. I'm not rushing it. Oops, my hand's shaking. Trying to control everything, trying to control the flow so that I'm not rushing a painting again. Okay, now I'm just going to concentrate on this bottom corner, trying to get this like the others so they all merge together. And then we start the tilting process. Oops, let's wait for some of that to go down. So put some more gold in these. Now I'm just going to concentrate on this bottom corner, this bottom right corner, to see if I can get it to push upwards with the rest of it. I'm actually hoping that this is going to turn out better than I expected, but we will see. Not much more paint left to use. I'm just hoping we have more than sufficient to cover this canvas. I think that we will have. This corner is the one that we're going to have to watch now and make sure that we have enough coverage for this corner. Some nice canvas aprons from Team U. But if you can see all of this that's happening, just let me lower that camera down a little bit further for you so you can actually see. Just trying to get this bottom corner here so that it runs that way so that we can tilt. We can tilt and we can tip, and obviously any paint that's left over on the table we scrape off, might use it for something later on in the week. We just never know. Move my cloth out of the way. Okay. A bit more gold. Okay, then we're back with the rolls again, so we start again. We're going to continue with this corner until I have used all of these paints up. I think that's what I'm going to do. again with the yellow. That's practically done, is that yellow? Not much more to use in any of these, to be honest. Okay, I'm just putting some finishing touches to the sides of this other canvas that we finished before. And then once I've done with them, I will take you down and give you a look at them close up. And then I will show you them again once they're dried. I think we've got one more round left to do with this, with these colours. And we've got very much left to do. Everyone has their own unique take on these. Me, I tend to do things differently. Take these off now. And these paints will wash off your hands, or these things that I'm using, they will wash off quite easily. It's acrylic paint, so hot water and salt will wash it off. These beakers will also wash out with warm soapy water as long as you don't leave them standing with the paint in them. Otherwise you can just peel the paint straight out to the cups once they're dry. There's the last of that one, I think. Okay. And one of the green. Wait for that to drip down. Might be tempted actually to put some of this green in here to help this all move along. We can get this spread across the canvas. Okay, and the final one is this blue. And then obviously we have some gold as well. I'm just going to pour the excess over here so that we're using up all of this paint and all of the colours that are on here. Okay, this will help when I tilt off. Okay. That's it now, apart from this last little bit of gold. Hoping this doesn't ruin the painting, but we'll see how we go. If it does, I can always scrape off and come back to it at a later date. Well, that one is finished now. Painting. So now we come to this good part of a tilt. So I'm going to have to stand up for this one. Okay. So now we are going to stretch this. And I'm going to stretch it up to the top corner first. Oh, I don't want all of the paint going off, just some. Okay, I'll bring this back round again. And I want to bring it over to my right. And then I want to bring this down to the bottom. I just need to do the bottom corner. Without losing okay, and that is it. And you know, I must admit that has turned out a lot better than I thought. So just give me 2 minutes while I get this off my hands now. Okay, so I'm going to now bring you round. Just let me take this off the stand. Okay, and I am now going to see how I can switch this camera around. Oh, I want to do this one so I can show you now okay, so this is all the way across. It's turned out better than I actually thought it would. Oops. So as you can see now, this bottom corner, I love that. I love how it's turned out. I really do love how it's turned out. And there we go with that one. And then we have Dutch pour. Okay, there are 1 or 2 specks there in the centre, but I think that makes it extra special that those mistakes are there. You can actually see them. I can't go too close with the camera. I don't want to get my stuff wet with the paint. But those are my 2 for today. And once they are dried, which is probably by tomorrow now, I will show you the finished articles once they are dried. But I really do love how they both turned out. I am absolutely so pleased with this one. I didn't expect it turning out anywhere near as good as it has done. So I hope you've enjoyed this. This is Angel's Art. Okay, Angel's Art. I'm Joanne. and it is my channel. Oops, I did that the wrong way. Let me turn you around. You can see me. Hi, 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 hi. This is my channel, and it's Angel's Art. Okay. So if you want any information on it, you can always email me at angelsart70@gmail.com. Or if you're interested in purchasing any of my artwork or interested in any of the artwork that I do, then please get in touch. But thank you all today for watching. I'm going to close now and say goodbye. I'm going to feed the animals and myself. It is tea time here in the UK. It is 25 to 6. So bye. Thank you all. Bye-bye.